Hey, g'day folks, it's Dean, the Passive Income Coach here, and welcome to another weekly update. It is Saturday, the 27th of January 2018, and I have an Australia Day long weekend to all our Australian viewers. I'm really excited today to basically give you an update on all the programs across the board, and in particular an update as we close out the Duvall Coin syndicate this weekend. So let's get started. Let's jump straight into USI. I'm really excited about USI at the moment with some announcements that just come out. We're going to get into those. But first off, I just wanted to highlight to you, so my very first packages that I bought back on the 21st of June, okay, bought 9 of them, have now done their 139.78%. That was the final payout today. I don't anticipate getting another payout tomorrow. Or Tuesday in this scenario. So what should happen now is that particular contract, those packages, will now move out of my active package sequence, okay, and into the completed sequence. All right, so these are my first lot of packages that should expire. So you can see that I've received basically my 40% back. Now it took 157 days for it to achieve that. So a little bit less than the average 1%, but at the end of the day, I received 40% extra Bitcoin on top of what I started with, okay? And that's the power of USI, is we're compounding Bitcoin and getting it back over time. So what will happen now is my total active packages will reduce probably over the weekend at some stage by that 9. And so I now need to obviously rebuy those, buy some new ones, add them to the stack and get back up to my current level, or continue to rebuy past that current level. So that's basically how the end result works. Now let's have a look at my actual overall outcome. So let's just bring up a calculator here. So when I got started back in June, it cost me $850 to buy my 9 packages. And after the 157 days, I've received back a total of 0.26216 Bitcoin. So 0.26216 Bitcoin at today's price, let's call it $14,500 Australian. Yeah, I do all my calculations in Aussie dollars. All right, so I received a total of $3,800 back in Bitcoin value. Okay, and obviously a big component of that is the increase in Bitcoin. Okay, so if I turn $10 into 100. So it's that. Okay, so if I divide that by my starting amount, all right, of 850, all right, equals multiplied by 100 to turn it into a percentage, I received back 447% for my first package. So this is the power of being able to buy in Bitcoin and then accumulate more Bitcoin over the time frame is we get that advance. Now, obviously, if you bought during the height of Bitcoin and it comes down, then obviously you will end up losing money if you convert it back. But the important thing is that you've got more Bitcoin being accumulated, and so you're always going to end up with more Bitcoin. So as long as you never convert it back to fiat currency whilst you're down, wait for the Bitcoin price to turn around, you're going to increase in value. So really excited to have finished my first 140-day cycle or 40% cycle, and now I'll start to accumulate more into the completed package. Let's jump into the announcements that have recently been made. So I'm really excited that the Chief Operating Officer, Hurst Kitcher, has come out, and I saw a video with him last week. So he's out and about, giving some webinars and providing some information and some content to everybody in USI, which is really, really positive, as well as this announcement that just came out this week. So the first thing I really am excited about is the fact that North America, being USA and Canada, have been reintroduced back into USI. So that's a promising sign, because if USI was looking for ways to get out and close down and take people's Bitcoin, all that sort of stuff, they simply wouldn't have had all the people come back in from the USA and Canada. The fact that they kept paying people through that period, as well, was a positive sign. So I'm really excited the fact that they've taken some action. They took 3 weeks to sort out the issues that they had with North America. They're now reintroducing people back in, so that's a positive sign. And they're continuing to get paid. So ideally now all our North American colleagues should be able to start withdrawing and rebuying and starting to accumulate more packages again. So that's a really, really positive sign. Now, as a result of the activities that happened, it turns out that there was a significant amount of money basically stolen, taken, withdrawn from USI when they moved from one platform to their current new platform that we see online. So as a result, the reserves that USI had built up over time have been depleted, and as such, they're now trying to regrow those reserve holdings. So you would have seen that over the last couple of weeks, our percentage distribution is quite low and has been below 0.7% a couple of times. And this is in aid of trying to rebuild those reserves back up. Now, the other thing that's happened is commissions for the rebuys have been discontinued for a short period of time to help regrow those reserves. Now, what does that really mean? Well, first off, remember that when you buy, okay, that's not commission. All right, you're getting an agreed 40% on top of what you purchase. So you're not missing out on that. You're still going to get your 40% for your purchases and any rebuys that you do. What's being missed out is for the people that invited you to come into USI, they're going to miss out on the commission for that. Look, I don't really have a problem, because at the end of the day, if this company just simply said, here's a package, you get 40%, that's it, we'd still be involved. We'd still be putting our Bitcoin in, we'd still be growing it, we'd still be growing by 40%, and it'd still be a phenomenal deal. So that component of the deal hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is for the people that have teams, they're now missing out on all the commission for all the teams. So, most people in this group don't have a team as big as I do. So at the end of the day, this is impacting on me more than it's impacting on you, because I no longer earn any commissions from any rebuys that the entire team does, and that used to be a significant component of the daily income. So don't stress about it. You still get your 40%. You still get 40% on both your rebuys and your purchases. Now, if your downline actually do a new purchase, i.e. they take it from an external wallet and buy new packages, you still earn commission on that. So we're only talking about that little trickle of rebuys every couple of days, every couple of weeks that people do. That's the small component of rebuy commissions that you're missing out on. And it's only for a short period of time, until such time as they've built up their reserves. So don't stress about that too much. There's the issue there. It was a system-initiated error that ended up drawing down $3-digit million worth of Bitcoin in their reserves that they now need to build up. So their mining is continuing to grow. They're looking at obviously becoming a very large player in the mining industry as they continue to grow their mining platform, all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited to see USI come out, make some announcements, actually see some action being taken rather than just being in a little bit of the dark. So that's very, very positive. And happy to really see that. So let's move on to our token packages. So currently we have a Ruby token package that we're pulling together. So at the moment we have 45 units sold of our 50 units. Okay, so what that means is we've got 5 units left. So each unit is 0.02 of a Bitcoin. Okay, and after all the bonuses and everything like that's paid out by USI, once we hit the cap, you'll end up with 1,600 tokens for your 0.02. So if you're interested, we've only got 5 units left. Payment for that is not being called yet. So please just sit on your payment. It's a fixed price, 0.02. So just wait until I call for payment. We've got other activities coming in with money coming in, so I don't really want to confuse the issue. But just please, everybody that's involved in the Ruby package, check to make sure your name is here if you're expecting tokens. Please also check to make sure that the amount that I've got you down for is correct. And if I need to change anything, let me know ASAP. And also, if you don't have CoinJar, you need to ask for an account. So like Derek here, Derek's over in the UK, doesn't have CoinJar, right? So that's his specific BTC address. So if you don't have CoinJar, or you're not going to use CoinJar, you're going to use an external wallet, please just PM me or just request one in the chat box down below, and I'll give you a personalized BTC address to get the money to me. But again, just wait until I ask for all Ruby payments. Okay, so just check the list and make sure that's all correct and up to date. All right, moving on to Bitclub Network. So Bitclub Network is the first mining pool activity that I got involved with. And you can see so far that I've mined just under 0.01 of a Bitcoin. How does Bitclub Network work? So basically, you pay a $99 joining fee and you become a member of the Bitclub Network for life. And you can buy 1, 2, 3, or all three of different mining pools. So depending on your income source, these are all US dollars. You can just buy a $500 agreement that gets you access to pool 1, buys you 1 share into pool 1 at $500. And basically you get mining for 1,000 days. Okay, now over that 1,000 days, each little bit of Bitcoin that you earn, you get to keep 50% of it, and 50% of it goes back into buying you more continuously, adding into shares. So it covers off the electricity cost, the maintenance cost, the repair cost, the replacement cost, all that sort of stuff. And you'll just constantly buy little tiny share components and build up shares over time. All right. So you never actually stop mining, because every time you start a new partial mining contract, it runs for 1,000 days. So it's ongoing for as long as we continue to mine Bitcoin, which potentially could be forever. And I'm going to show you my back office to see how that continually adds up. So depending on what you want to do, you can buy a pool for all three. That's what I bought, $3.5 grand US. And I just paid for that out of my Bitcoin profits. They only take Bitcoin anyway. Okay, and away we go. So let's just have a look at how it works. So here's my 3 mining pools. All right, and you can see that so far I've mined 0.00135 of a Bitcoin in this pool, 0.00265 of a Bitcoin in this particular pool, and I've mined 0.00533 Bitcoin in this particular pool. So as I'm mining in each pool, okay, the profits get accumulated, all right, for each one. Now I've set mine to accumulate at 100%, so I'm not withdrawing any money, I'm not taking any money, I'm basically reinvesting all the pools. So I've got to give back a minimum of 50% in this pool anyway, but I've bumped it up to 100%. So when my unused component gets to 5% of the $500 pool, which is $25 US, it will buy a 5% share of a mining of the pool. Okay, and I'll go to 1.05 shares. Okay, so you can see over here in pool 3, I've already done that. All right, so you can see I bought 28% of a share, 13% of a share, and 41% of a share. So I now have a total of 1.83% of a share, or 1 complete share plus 0.83% of another share. Now accumulating more mining power. Now you'll also notice here these different days. So when you first purchase a share, it starts at 1,030 days. But the first 30 days are the setup time. You actually only start earning from 1,000 days down. So these ones I've been earning for 15 days, 15 days, 15 days. But this one hasn't started yet. Still got 19 days before I get started. This one's got 24 days before I get started and 29 days before I get started. So these profits here are still only based on this one particular share. That's it, because I haven't had these ones kick in yet. So when these start to kick in, obviously my mining power will start to increase, and this will, and then you start to compound it up. And again, you get that sort of exponential growth over time. Now, remember, like any investment, I always say to people, you got to have a strategy where you get in, compound fast, then get your capital out, okay? And then once you got your capital out, you're playing with profit, and we compound as hard as we can to create that passive income stream. So this is the Bitclub Network. I love it. There's also a referral component attached to it. I'm not going to run through that. I'll do that separately for anybody that's interested. But yeah, click the link below. Have a look out. You can click the link, join the club without actually paying you $99. Check it all out. Read all the info on the site. But I'm really loving the returns we're getting from this already. The other mining pool I got involved with is Hashflare. It's a little bit different. So rather than buying mining equipment, what we do is we actually buy hashing rate. So in this scenario, I bought 20 terahashes of mining capability. So 20 terahashes. All right. So I bought 20 terahashes. You can see there it's $4,400 US, again, paid for out of Bitcoin profits. All right. And then over time, what I've been doing is I've just been reinvesting my daily little amount. So each day I've been getting 0.002 and a half, 0.002 and a half, 0.002 and a half. You can see here, pretty much just average 0.002 and a half Bitcoin every day. And all I'm doing is reinvesting it into more hashing power. So over the course of the last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, I've basically got nearly 1 extra terahash. So that'll just continue to reinvest. It'll continue just to grow that up, compound hard for a couple of months. Then I'll start to pull some Bitcoin out, and then just play with profits. I'm loving Bitclub Network more than the Hashflare. I find the Hashflare is a little bit harder for people to understand, and the returns at the moment just don't seem quite as good in the hashing power. So I think Bitclub Network's a lot simpler. But hey, look, check them both out. If you want a bit of a chat about them, then I'm happy to discuss as we go. All right, let's moving on to the last one is our Davor Coin. So this is the one that's really exciting at the moment. Here is my $5,000 investment. Started on the 7th of January. Today's January 27th. And you can see I've received back $1,336, which is about 26%, nearly 27% return in 18 days, 17 days. Okay, so that's amazing. And this is the one, obviously, that we're going to look towards putting the syndicate together. It's fairly straightforward. So each day we get paid. So over the last 24 hours, we've been paid $79 US. Okay, we can buy that into Duvall Coin. Get the maximum amount. You can see I'm going to receive 1.25, so that's going to take us up to nearly 20. Dav Coin, 19.5 Dav Coin. All right, so there it's been done, and it's the Dav Coin that we can then re-lend out. So my goal is to continue to grow that until I've got enough to buy a $5,000 or a $10,000 contract, rather than doing the smaller ones, because the smaller contracts have a longer period of time. If you remember from our last video, if you're just doing $100 to $1,000, you're tied in for 299 days before you get your capital release back. I'm not really a big fan of that. I want to sort of save up to that $10,000 mark and get my capital back in 4 months. Okay, or even better, 25,000, get it back in 90 days, which is what we're doing for the syndicate. Okay, so that's Dav Coin. That's my results. Again, for the week, it just continues to grow, which is really, really positive. All right, let's have a look at the group. So the final thing now is the group. So this is the last weekend to get your final nominations in. You can see that currently we've sold 305 units. We've raised $106,000, and this is what we're going to then deploy into Davor Coin. That'll be then set on the maximum rate in the shortest time period, which means that in 89 days we get the capital back. I buy the Bitcoin and then I send it back to everybody to basically have all your capital back, and then we play with the profits over time. So again, same as the Ruby package, if you need an external address, please let me know. The only people that need an external address are everybody that's not going to use CoinJar. If you have CoinJar, just simply send it to my CoinJar username, and I'll put that in the post when I ask for payments on Monday. So Monday, what's going to happen, Monday, 2 days' time, is we'll see what the Bitcoin price is. We'll work out $350, and that's the amount of Bitcoin that you'll need to transfer. Okay, that's how it's going to work. And ideally, we want to get all the money in over that 24-hour period on Monday the 29th. I know there's going to be people that are late that are going to say, oh, my money hasn't cleared through CoinJar, whatever the case may be. But look, we're aiming for that. The price will be fixed from Monday. I'll start moving Bitcoin into Davor so we can start buying the Davor coin up. And then ideally, the goal is on the 1st of February, we'll take the total amount of Davor coin that we've got at that time, and we buy the package. If I haven't received your money by Wednesday, I'll just simply remove you from the group, and you'll have to wait for our next, if we do a next one, to be involved. So be prepared. Monday will be a very busy day for me. I just asked too that, make it a little bit simpler for me. There is a notes section in CoinJar in particular that you can just leave a little note. So, I don't know everybody's name. You can see here, like, Dean Ryan here, he's got an unusual, this is his CoinJar username, right? If you don't have your name as the CoinJar username, please just put it in the notes column, hey, it's Dean Ryan, all right? Just so I know who it's from. Obviously, like Dave Hathaway here, that was easy, right? Dave was Dave, so I could work that one out. But obviously some of these other ones, some unusual names, so please use the note section, just let me know what it's for. If you need an external address, again, make a comment, send me a PM, and I'll send you a personalized address that's just for you, and hopefully this will be a relatively easy evolution on Monday. All right, so that's it. We've certainly hit the minimum amount that we needed. It's very exciting. The numbers that I've got and the investment strategy that I've been playing around with looks to provide an astonishing amount over the course of 12 months. Whether or not we do the full 12 months, well, we'll play that out, as we go from week to week. My goal is to just give you a weekly update on how the units go with the group, so everybody can see it. And we'll have a unit price update each week on how we're going and how the money's tracking. So I'm really excited. Thank you for everybody that's participating, for your trust and faith in me to be able to pull this off with you. It's great that we've been able to do this as a collective group. I'm excited by the returns we're going to get. Fingers crossed, the first milestone is to get everybody's capital back. So that's our 90-day risk window. The company's obviously got to be around for the next 90 days for us to get our money back. And then we'll play with profits as we go. All right, again, please make sure you're on here. If you're not on here, let me know if the amounts are correct, everything. Okay, you don't need to make a post to say, yes, the amounts are correct, please. Just put a post in to say, look, mine's different, or whatever the case may be. That would be really, really good. All right, I'm going to cut it off there. I have no idea how long I've been going for. I want to try and keep this relatively short. Thanks very much. Have a fantastic weekend. Bring on Monday, and let's get this started. Once we've got this bedded down, we'll then call for payments on the Ruby package, and we'll finalize that as well. For those Litecoin miners that still have payments outstanding, if you could finalize those pretty soon as well, that would be much appreciated. All right, folks, that's it. Take care. Have an awesome weekend, and I look forward to bringing you an update next week.